May 5th, 2026. Did Daryl Seh just admit that he returned the Starlinks he stole during Hurricane Melissa? Take a listen. February 11th, 2026, at post-cabinet press briefing. This is what Daryl Seh said when asked about procurement. Starlink breaches.
Your initial response to the Auditor General's report on Starlink was one of complete rejection. This morning, you seem to be almost going back on what you're saying with a clarification. Are you now accepting the fact that you did in fact breach the procurement guidelines?
Thank you very much. My press release stated my position. What I'm commenting on now is the commentary that has taken place subsequent to that, and the fact that it has boiled down to the question as to whether or not, as minister leading the procurement, that was a breach or not. My position is very simple. I'm justifying my position while basically paying respect to the AG's department and her for her job that she does, because I do not wish to become in a controversial position with any agency of government. My position remains that I justified today why I did it, because I believe it's important to clear the noise so that people hear from me directly as to the position that I have taken. It's a very simple position. I didn't have to comment, but that's not my nature.
So just to follow up, is that yes, you accept that you breached the procurement guidelines?
I accept fully what was said by the AG in relation to me getting involved in the procurement. However, what I'm saying is that in a national emergency, I did what I needed to do as Minister of Telecommunications and Minister and co-chair of the Advisory Committee for Relief and Recovery for Hurricane Melissa. I will say it again. If unfortunately next year Hurricane Daryl or Hurricane Dana comes and I find myself in the same position, yes, I will have to get written up again. Extreme times require extreme actions. People suffering, people to be evacuated, search and rescue, can't wait on a procurement process that takes weeks, especially when you have an AGC advice that you can go to direct processing. If I didn't do what I did, those Starlinks would not get into the system for at least 1 month in a national disaster.
On May 5, 2026, at sitting of the House of Representatives, Daryl Seh states he returned most of the stolen Starlinks to his government. What does that even mean? You still have some? Did you keep the rest for yourself, your family, and grandchildren? Just asking sown questions.
Looking ahead, Mr. Speaker, satellite technology will remain a critical component of our telecommunication landscape. And just to mention that prior to Hurricane Melissa, the government engaged the international telecommunications to support the development of a more agile legal regulatory framework for satellite licensing. I'd like to also say,
all right,
Mr. Speaker,
now here we go.
Most of the Starlinks that were purchased by the government are now returned to the Commissioner of Police's office for safekeeping, so that in the event that we have another need, we would be able to... No, not yours. The member of parliament's own are for them to use. You have to subscribe. You have to subscribe. You can't work without you subscribe. You have to subscribe. You have to pay to subscribe. All right. You check with Flow or one of the network, and they will organize it for you. I'm glad you mentioned that, member, because it was never the intention of the government to give you and subscribe. We got a free subscription from Starlink, and when that ended, each person who was given a Starlink by the government of Jamaica has the responsibility to connect and keep the bill. So see me after this. I think the problem is the money to pay the subscription. Check with me after this. Madam Speaker.
People, a corrupt government cannot liberate the people. if the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also